The courage given by my mother, saying that life is full of challenges. You have to face them and overcome them. So that is the slogan, no, always ringing in my mind.
Dear Nectareanz, greetings from your CNK, a podcaster, a life coach, and a spirited idealist. Welcome to a podcast, Nectars Within. It's a podcast where we are gonna unleash our potential together through ideas, thoughts, and extraordinary stories of ordinary people. Dear Nectarians, in today's episode, we are going to have a heart out talk with Dr. Vasa, a very special guest of mine. Before even I introduce her, let me give a small picture about her. She is not only a doctorate with 40 plus years of experience working across continents as a scientist, researcher, and a professor, guiding more than 1,000 students. And I take immense pleasure to tell that I'm one amongst those 1,000. She was not only heading the Department of Biotechnology and Research Wing in a prestigious university at India, but she is someone who took that courageous step to avail a volunteer retirement at the age of 60 to pursue her vision for her life, which was to become an entrepreneur in the field of sewing, the bigger purpose to empower women and disadvantaged people. According to me, this made her extraordinary. With no further ado, join me in welcoming our first guest of our show, Dr. Vasa. We're almost at the end of the episode, and before I just wind up, there are a couple of incidents that maybe I like to just talk in detail. This segment, we are going further, which is know how segment, and in this segment there'll be a kind of rapid fire. Yes, you could answer in a word, a couple of words and sentences. Just because I narrated your story, I take some liberty to ask some direct questions. You can feel free to answer it or to deflect it. It's your choice. But I assume I have that liberty to ask those questions before I get to do that. The first question is, when you started Vasa as a business, you had a serious issue with your eyes. And how did you combat that? And what was the role of your love life again there?
Yes. Soon after starting Vasa, I was diagnosed with eye condition which is known as glaucoma. See, basically, glaucoma is a degenerative disease. I am describing what the doctor told me. It is a degenerative disease, and it can lead to the ultimate end of that could be blindness. See, this is mainly because of the pressure, eye pressure that develops on the optic nerves. They attribute many reasons to that. The saddest part is glaucoma does not show any symptoms unless until you go for test. See, it does not cause any irritation in your eye, or you will not know that you are having that problem. In fact, many people have lost their vision. What happens is, the periphery vision of the patient starts decreasing. No, you lose your periphery vision. Generally, when you look at things, you look straight. You very hardly know you use your periphery vision to visualize a picture. So it goes like this. So you don't know that you are affected by that disease. So this is mainly because of the pressure of the optic nerve. I also did not know. One day we went for a regular checkup. Maybe actually I went for cataract. I wanted to check whether I have to undergo cataract surgery. Then the doctor said, "Let us not worry about your cataract now. You have some other problem." I said, "What?" He said, "You have glaucoma." Of course, my husband was also with me. Your eye pressure is too high. We have to immediately release it. You won't believe it was night 9 o'clock. We got the appointment only for that time. And at 9 o'clock, he did a laser treatment to release the pressure. But he said, "I have released the pressure, but you can't get back what you lost." See, this glaucoma probably have developed 2 3 years before it was diagnosed. So that you won't get back, but you can control this by regular treatment. I was shattered for a few minutes in the beginning. I should say that, I should admit that. See, nobody would like to live without the vision, especially when my vision is sewing. I was quite upset, I should admit. I did not show it though much. That, but as a scientist, I have to accept fact, right? And I have to also accept whatever the doctors say. I have to believe that's what happened. So then my husband was a great support. He said, "Don't worry. If at all anything happens, I am there. I will be your eye. Don't worry." But luckily, thankful to God, nothing bad happened. So it is degenerative, but it is contained. I take regular medicine. Every day I have to take medicine. I take regular medicine and regular checkup. I am fine now. Good. And one thing what I told to myself was, this is not going to stop Vasanthi or Vasa. Now, this is the fact I am having. I have to accept and I have to learn to live with it. And I am doing it gracefully. I am very happy now.
This is a takeaway, accepting it graciously is a big takeaway. And this is again a big epitome of love life again, a relationship advice. Now, thanks so much for sharing your most vulnerable moment with us. That speaks volume about your personality. You had your career lifetime until 65. If you chose, you could still work until 60, but you chose not to do that. You took voluntary retirement at 60. One is to pursue your happiness, and second thing is to spend quality time with your daughter. So, how important that time with your daughter was?
Oh, it was very enjoyable and very important, but it was short lived in the sense the moment I retired and came, no, just even before that, she went for her higher studies, master's studies, away from India. And then she got a job and she settled there. So that was the reason why I decided, okay, let me say bye to my academic career. A designation of HOD of biotechnology of Banariam. I can always serve to the society. I can contribute to the society in many other forms. But this is the time I have to spend with my daughter. So I used to spend yearly almost 6 months every year with my daughter, and I am very happy about it. I think I am able to contribute to her developments and also help with my granddaughter. So I am very happy.
Third direct question. You have abundant experience in the field of biotechnology, which is studying plants and animals in whatever way possible. Is there any spiritual, realization or revelation for you? What I mean is how life is all about. Because you are so close with the life, be it a plant or animal. Did you get any maybe in a scientific term, did you get any fascinating fact, or in my term, a spiritual fact Any realization?
See, basically, animals and plants, they are living. We all know that. But we keep animals in a pedestal higher than plants. That's what even the evolution says. But basic structure of animal cell and plant cell is one and the same. Their reaction is one and the same. The expression is different. Animals have different ways of expression. No human beings talk and express, and other animals they cry, or they sing happily, or they sing sadly. But plants do not. We don't see them doing. I am sure they are also undergoing all the emotions. See, I know of a couple of publications where people have played music to plants, and they have recorded that the growth of those plants is much more than the other plants. So they do have feelings. So basically, animal or plant life is the same.
Wow. I like to add something here because though I was biotechnology, I have no knowledge about all these things. I was just passing time there. My friend in Netherlands used to actually play violin to the plants. He's a plant lover, I would say. I was saying, what are you doing it? I'm playing, they'll be happy. And he makes some music, he plays some music for. Why do you do that? Because they enjoy it. I literally looked at him crazy. But once we had this conversation offline, that's when I went to the article. Actually, it's a fact. And I really felt bad about myself, but it's a point of realization. And thanks for quoting that now. Probably this could be a point to realize for people and listeners here. And that brings us to the fourth direct question. I'm completely against the concept of hierarchy, and I wanted to preserve my autonomy. Everything should collaborative mode. But your view is, given your timeline, which is 1950, 60, you lived in a big family. You don't have your father. Then using extra pressure to depend on a lot of people. You have a lot of siblings. Hierarchy is super established. Still, you preserve your individuality. How did that even happen? That's a miraculous act. How did that happen?
I don't know whether it's a miraculous act to take up the leadership quality you mean, but I think it happened at two premises. One is in my school days, another one at home. I should say that. The school days, I used to take the maybe the teachers spotted the leadership quality in me. Because those days, see, you have to imagine, go back 50 years, okay, 50, 60 years. Those days, the system of education was completely different. So, if we want to submit something to the teacher, one person has to collect all the notebooks of the classmates, go and submit in the staff room, or collect the notebooks from the staff room and distribute to the student. And some days when the teachers don't turn up, we have somebody has to control the class. Small, such small roles I used to do. I used to be in the forefront to take up that responsibility. Similarly, sometimes we used to get inspection those days in the school. So we have to make charts about our studies or subjects or for the general purposes. I used to take the lead to make those charts and then put it in the classroom. So I think the teachers noticed that and they gave me the class representative responsibility from class 6. I remember very well. All the throughout my schooling, I was the class representative. And finally, I became the school pupil leader when I was in class 11. That was supposed to be a very prestigious position at that time. No, because you had to make announcements in the assembly. Every day we used to have an assembly. We have to make announcement. We have to read newspapers also. Some important details we disperse in the assembly. But see, it is not that I was the only girl who was like that. That I realized. because I know some of my friends who also had good quality of being bold or doing it, making the chart beautifully, but they were all, they liked to work from backstage. No, they never had the liking to come to the front. They will do, not that they were not capable. So that time I realized, oh, okay, coming to the front and then taking the responsibility is not possible by everybody. Okay, okay, I have that interest, I have that capacity. Why can't I develop it? That's how the leadership quality in me, identified by my teachers, got developed during at the school premise. At home, I was knowingly and unknowingly watching my siblings. See, as you rightly pointed out, the ninth one. So you are in the last.
You should tell yes to anything, you know.
Yeah, and those days, talking back, elders not encouraged either in the school or at home. But in my situation was a bit different. No, they were never harsh with me. That I should admit. Always, I was given the full liberty. I was given the whatever I was needing, I got. So there was no want for me at that time. But I was observing, see how the elder people in the family, they are able to have a control over the rest of the family. When in a joint family, so many every day will start with some issue, and how are they handling it? That at that time I realized they were never getting angry. The same, like my mother, they were calm and composed, and they never compared the siblings. That I really loved it. See, we are nine, no? All of us had different interests, different likings, different capabilities, different limitations. Never we were compared one with another person, but we were encouraged on the line what they thought we are capable of. So, identifying the right talent of the team. See, when I say team, it is a family there. Or when I got to my job, it was my department or my students. No, I used the lessons that I learned from my family. How you have to be a leader. For being a leader, you have to set an example. That is a very, very important trait.
That's an awesome revelation and point of view, because now we live in a world which is so boolean. Either you be in hierarchy or you be completely free. But your life example is you can still be in hierarchy, be an observer, take a good out of it, and still preserve your autonomy. It's a fantabulous fusion. I think that's a need of the hour. Personally, I feel, and that is going to be a big time takeaway as well. We are done with the first section of know-how, which is direct questions. Now to second session. Of course, we have only 3 sessions. I'm not frightening you enough. Second session is exclusive about Vasa, which I call it as Vasa's gift to the society in your terms. So I have some questions. What's your advice for women who wants to pursue PhD about studying life balance, or not just PhD, anyone who likes to pursue higher studies?
Education is the most important thing in everybody's life that every one of us should understand, and that gives, as I told you earlier, it gives you a lot of self-esteem, courage, boldness, clarity in thoughts, clarity in action. And I strongly recommend that anybody and everybody should go to the maximum level of education possible.
Your tip for their work-life balance?
When you work for your PhD or anything, you have to be dedicated. Like if you work for 5 hours, 6 hours, spend that time only for that, for your studies. The rest of the time you have to spend either with your family, or you have to see, all of us should have a passion. I strongly recommend that also. It need not be sewing for everybody. For some, it can be music, or some, it can be art, or sometimes it can be even talking with people. That may be there. All of us should have a passion and spend a portion of our daily life towards achieving that passion, because you never know when you will start a passion turned profession later in your life. And when you have a passion for anything, when you love, see, you also mentioned that you love interacting with people.
Exactly. So to summarize for our audience, is people have to be very focused in the given time, be it in a family or profession. That focus is missing in the current time. The reels, 30 seconds. We are so distracted. The world loves us to be distracted, but what life wanted us to shine is to have focus and also to contribute on passion, which helps us to have that energy to go further, which actually I'm doing now. A big lesson from your life as well. And second question, what would you like to say to women who think they are married and can't pursue their career?
See, there is nothing that after marriage you cannot pursue a career. It's all in your mind, it's all in your thought. Women, especially, we have to break the glass ceiling and come out of that. And women should help women. That's very important. And make your partner, make your family member understand how important it is for you to continue with your passion after marriage. They will definitely understand. Say, they will definitely understand if they are convinced.
Wow, that's a good note. And I end this Vasa's gift with a couple of my personal observation about your life. The first observation is when I see your life, it's like a musical note that could be a veena, which you learned it. Because your mom, your sisters, your friend, they transferred a skill to you, which is sewing, and you transfer it to your grandchild, not just a skill, but also the social responsibilities. Because your grandchild, at the age of 6, she wanted to make a lot of handmade sewing thing to donate to an orphanage, and that's a real essence, a takeaway overall when I see your life of 70 years. And personal sparks which I got from you is definitely a relationship goal, which is have how to have a personal love life, very organic. If we have such an organic supportive life partner, we can go heights. That's something personally I take it because I coach people on that as well. And also the different factors, having a passion despite your professional hiccups. Just keep working on your passion every day in, day out, because you never know when your passion becomes a profession. That is something everyone has to learn. And we also have a lot of consistency, determination, resilience, and everything. It's like a toppings on your ice cream, which I call ice cream as your life as such. It's so awesome to just walk through your entire life. And now we are going to have the last section of know how. What is that one word that people may describe about you who doesn't know about you on the first instant?
Strict person.
Strict. That's true as well, because I've been your student as well. Oh, you like to elaborate on that?
Yeah, no, I want you to elaborate on that.
Actually, when I saw you first in 2006, yes, we are sitting in the big stadium. We call it as a pandal, and the stage is filled with all men. At least there are 25 men, which is head of different departments. There is one lady sitting at, and she is the head of biotechnology, and she is my head as well. And your personality, you are so tall, you are so majestic and so graceful in the way you carry, and magnificent as well. And that actually gives a thought you are strict, and you have your protective shield, how you just carry yourself, majestic. So that normally gives an impression that you're very strict, you follow rules. It could be in the line of Jayalalitha, Ma'am Jayalalitha, or Indira Gandhi, in those lines. So that was my influences.
Well, I am very honored to be compared with them because I myself is a great fan of them. But as you mentioned, I like to follow the rules.
What is the one word that people close to you may describe about you?
Maybe the same thing, strict but taskmaster.
Mother is a ringmaster, you're a taskmaster.
See, when I say ringmaster, I said it is not that she was not with the whip always, but she had her own style and capacity to educate us or to make us achieve what we want and also what she wants.
Nice. Okay. What is the one word that you describe about yourself? Not this taskmaster, something new.
Yeah, but the same thing, see, the same thing of strictness is there. I will describe myself like that, but at the same time, I like to achieve perfection in everything. See, perfection in what I teach, or perfection in what I tell, and also perfection in the act by the students. For example, no, they have to be molded to be very perfect.
So you believe in perfection? Dictionary version of perfection? Ah,
Yeah, of course, it's very important in life, unless until you are perfect. And of course, there are so many factors which makes you perfect too. You have to have a passion on what you are doing, and you have to have the patience also on what you are doing to make it perfect.
and what is that one word that you describe the future Vasa?
A trendsetter, no, something not the usual one. No, it should be different. It should be valued. You should set the trend. You should break the glass ceiling. You should come out with new ideas. You should reach new goals. You should set the trend.
True that. Why? Because you're already setting trend in different ways. As an empowered woman, empowering women, helping different area of people. Also, on relationship, you are also ready to learn from a grandchild.
Grandchild and soon music too. Soon music too. As per your advice.
Definitely, and I am going to just market that as well.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Kiran.
And we have just lost couple of words. Uh, who is your grandchild for you in one word?
My world.
Nice. That summarizes everything. And what is your love language with your life partner?
So actually, we have sometimes a lot of arguments, exchange of ideas.
You mean like exchange of ideas, talking about fungi and bacteria?
That too, but everyday life also. And I used to tell my daughter, don't think that we are fighting. No, you should be very happy that your parents have given the freedom to each other to express very freely whatever they have in mind. But actually, we contribute to, we complement each other's life, but there we also get arguments. We also exchange our words loudly. That does not mean that we are not getting along. We are complimenting in our own way.
Exactly. Your love language is complementing to each other, which is again a takeaway for people. I love it. And one word about your mom on your daughter.
Can I use a phrase? Maybe
Yeah, please go ahead.
the courage given by my mother, saying that life is full of challenges. You have to face them and overcome them. So that is the slogan, no, always ringing in my mind. Whenever I come to a standstill, or when I come to a point where I get a bit demotivated. This words, life is full of challenges. Yes. No, actually, we get seasoned when we go through these challenges. No, we understand people better. We understand our own life better. We understand everything better. That's what I can say about my mother.
And your daughter?
Yeah, of course, yes. She takes up challenges so very well.
Nice. And with that, we are done with our know-how session. And before I officially close it, I like to just open the floor. Is there anything you like to talk or ask, or anything you have missed out? You can please feel free to express that now. Open floor.
Now, I should say that this interview or journey of us exchanging our thoughts for the past 6 months has given me a chance to think about what has happened in my life. I never had sat back and thought all the things what you narrated from my childhood to my 70 years of journey. I realized that I am one of the blessed people in the world. I am blessed with such nice family, being born with so many beautiful sisters and brothers, very nice friends, very nice daughter, wonderful granddaughter, great son-in-law, and my dear students. See, always I am very passionate about two things. One about teaching, my profession, whether it is biotechnology or sewing. And second is about my students. I love to have, and I still have one to one interaction, if not on daily basis, with many of my dear students. I think I'm so blessed. So thank you very much for giving me that opportunity to understand myself and come to this feeling that I am very happy and accomplished.
It's my pleasure to have you here, ma'am. And any questions before I just conclude?
I always wanted to ask, ever since you started asking me details about my life, why me? I wanted to ask, why did you choose me, Kiran? It cannot be only because I am your HOD, right? Because we were not in touch after 2010. And just a reunion, online reunion also cannot make you choose me. But then why me?
Because that's where I saw the 10 years Vasa in you. Because the online get together, you just to meet with friends, you just came a surprise to everybody. That's how. That's when you said you're doing sewing business. It was not rational to my mind at least. She's 70, she's running her business that is sewing every day. It's not rational at all to my mind. But when you're talking about it, I could see a kid, a child in you, with a lot of energy and that. That realized, oh, she is pursuing her happiness. She's pursuing her passion. She's actualizing her vision for her life. That twinkling eyes in you when you talk about the sewing Vasa gave me a vibe that you are actualizing your vision. So that was the moment, like I just wanted to just get connected with you and talk about your story. And we are here now with the 10 plus episodes of a story narration and with a 2 plus 3 hours of our interview, which technically a conversation, a heart out conversation.
Thank you for that, Kiran. And I should say that you made this conversation very comfortable for me. You just took me along very easily.
I'm much obliged to hear that. We adore you as a person, not only as a Kachori. And also, thank you so much for your time. And you've been so generous with your time. And I want to tell that because it's a 6 months long journey along with you. You have been so generous with your time, and I appreciate it. And with that note, I wish you all the best for your life, on your future visions and everything. Lot of strength, lot of happiness, and lot of love from everybody across the world. I'm very sure we have been in touch for sure, and catch you up on the flip side. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kiran, and best of wishes to you too for more publication and for more podcasts. I would look forward for many more such conversations with the people around.
I'm honored with your feedback. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dear listeners, and that's the episode for today. And I strongly hope that it resonated with you so genuinely. Personally, I had my own share of learning and insights from this heart out talk with Vasa. And let us know what was your takeaway, insight, or spark from this episode through your Instagram comments by tagging the Instagram page of Nectares Within and Vasanthi Umesh Kumar. And also, feel free to follow the Instagram page of Vasanthi Umesh Kumar and stay connected with her unique products made with a big heart and a greater purpose. With that note, thank you so much once again for your time and listening. It means a world to me, and stay tuned and keep supporting our cause by subscribing to Nectares Within and clicking on the bell icon. And if you think, really think, these insights help someone, somewhere, and somehow, please share it with them. Let's spread the sparks and spread our nectars together. Thank you. Till then, namaste and vanakkam.